Well, my friends, you may notice a slight upgrade to the setup. You feel me? I can record at night now. Ain't that shit great? I can now accommodate my nocturnal lifestyle for you guys and give you more content now. But, anyways, I just saw the Supergirl movie. As you can see right there, it's 9:40. What's it say now? 46. Yeah. Thoughts? Solid movie. Very, very solid movie. Right now, I'm low key feeling it more than the Superman movie. But I may need to rewatch the Superman movie low key though. It's definitely that same level of quality. I feel like the cast has given us a solid performance, a very solid performance. Now, as for the plot, pretty basic plot, but if you couldn't guess that from the trailers, then you might just be a lost cause already. So, anyways, back to the cast. Jason Momoa as Lobo, I'm fucking with it. Way better role for him than Aquaman. I'm gonna say that. At least so far, from what I'm seeing. I'm ready to see more Lobo. Give us more Lobo. I wonder what they're gonna do with Aquaman now. Who's gonna be Aquaman? These are the true questions. The true questions that we need answers to. But I'm getting off topic. And another thing about Lobo, let me just say, his design, peak. His bike, I love it. This is what my superhero franchises need to be given more of. Alright, man. Yeah, Spider-Man Brand New Day, you need to be hitting. Cause DC, they starting to swing. They finding their footing now. Getting James Gunn. They making moves. I'm not gonna lie. Another thing that I like that this movie does is it kind of gives us like, it's Supergirl, but it kind of gives us like a more grounded plot, Since she's on the different planets, it's dealing with the red suns and the different colors of the suns and how all that comes into play and stuff. Like, so she's not like super powered the whole movie, how like Superman is when he's on Earth. Because we ain't even spending that. There really isn't that much time that she spends under a yellow sun. I want to say something, but it's low-key a spoiler, and I'm gonna leave it for later in the video. Later in the video when I get into spoilers. But James Gunn, he keeps doing this thing, and I'm wondering if he's gonna get into the different colors of kryptonite and stuff, and more effects than just our basic green and whatnot we've seen. As I ain't even gonna lie, it's time we need to explore some new colors, especially on the actual movie front. You feel me? Everybody knows you give this man Superman some green kryptonite and he folds. Just a little, switch it up, just a little bit. It's about time. This has already existed for who knows how long in the comics. So I think it's about time we get that little switch up. I was getting off topic again though. Back to the movie. There is some side character stuff that goes on with Supergirl, and this girl, she has her own little reason for going after the main villain. The same as Supergirl. Well, similar to Supergirl. I don't want to say the same. It's not the same, but it's similar. But yeah, I mean, in some ways it adds on the plot. In some ways, it's kind of it's kind of all right, we get the point. You know what I mean? But I mean, overall, still, I think a solid movie. A villain, he wasn't really much, but I mean, as an introductory movie and an introduction villain, not bad. You could always do worse. Definitely do worse. Man. But given his role, this actor, He did a very solid job. Very solid job. Had me thinking he was a sick, twisted individual, murking families and shit all throughout the movie. Now here, of course, is the point where I'm gonna start getting into the real spoiler territory. All right. So here it is. Spoiler warning. Spoiler warning. You listening? Huh? Spoilers, motherfucker. All right. So we begin the movie. What's her name is on whatever planet she chilling on. You know, cross the planet. Some other stuff is going on. That's where the side character I was talking about earlier come in. It's a family. They getting raided by the main villain because what is it? I think that the father or whatever he makes good weapons. You know, so of course they want the weapons. He give them the weapons, but some other shit end up happening, and he killed the whole family, leaves the daughter alive. So she wants to take revenge. So she goes round everywhere. Well, I ain't gonna say everywhere. The first place she goes, Supergirl is there. But yeah, after all that happens, and this shit happens there, they're back off to Supergirl's place. And it is here where they poison the dog. The guy that killed the daughter's family, see, he got his ship blown up while he was trying to pull that shit earlier. So now he's stranded on the planet. So what does this motherfucker do? He's tracking the daughter whole time. So he ends up taking Supergirl's ship while they not looking. But of course, the dog catch wind of it. So while Crypto goes to rush him, he gets hit with a dart, goes down. Villains get away for now. So after figuring out that the dog is poisoned, they gotta go get the cure from old dude himself. Of course. So it is now that our investigation begins. But Supergirl and the daughter, Supergirl does not want the daughter to come with her. So she tries to leave her home. Then they end up hopping on an alien bus. Daughter sneaks on. She wasn't really supposed to go, but we all know she was going to anyway. And coming up for the first time in the movie, it's probably when it starts. Honestly, this is the point where it starts getting really good. But before that, real quick, the bus does get raided by like some kind of like advanced tech pirates. So yeah. So Supergirl ends up getting ejected from the bus. But of course, as that happens, they're on a different planet, and now finally we're at one with a yellow sun. So y'all know what that means. Well, she get to work. She tech pirates, no problem, no issue. We get past that, and then we get to whatever planet they was going to get the information they needed. Sorry y'all that I don't remember a lot of these characters' names, but I'm tired as hell. I did an overnight shift last night, and I got another one tonight too. So fun stuff on that note. Tired as hell. But the work goes on. The work goes on. So they walk into some kind of space bar looking for information, and of course everything goes terribly wrong. It does not go to plan. And this is also the moment where Lobo makes his first appearance. I must say, this part of the movie, definitely one of the better parts of the movie. I really just any part with Lobo is really gonna be one of the better parts of the movie, in my opinion. Like half of why I love this movie, at least at this point, it really just got to be Lobo. The other half is Supergirl, but like at least half is Lobo doing that heavy work. I need to see more of his character. I can't lie. But moving along, the people who own the bar, they end up being caught up with the main villain himself. So they try and set up a trap for Supergirl and our and her lovely little compatriot, companion, or whatever fuck. Now for the bar owners, this ends up going horribly, horribly wrong. And for the main villain, of course, too, but for the bar owners mostly. They got gutted. Straight up, just feel me? And their daughter too. He really had no mercy with her. Kind of felt bad. I was like, damn, he really just in cold blood. Supergirl wasn't even there to stop him at the time. But this is when we move on to the final section of the movie for real. It's at this point they end up heading to another location. I'm not sure if it's another planet or if it was just like a different side of the same planet. Like I said, I'm tired as hell. I might have just been too fried to see that. However, Supergirl gets dropped off over here and she is ready to go. She means business. They drop her off a good little bit off from the enemy's main base, but she's there. But she steps off and then, oh, it's woozy. Oh, she not, Mr. Stark, she don't feel too good. Green sun. She get hit with a green sun. Of course, it's like green kryptonite. She damn near died. But Lil Squirt come to the rescue and get her into a cave. While she's going to fetch her some water, who else is up at the lake? The enemies. So she tries spying on them, but of course, that goes well. So she gets captured. And now she's at the main enemy jail. And who's in there? Lobo! Our boy, Lobo! He's there! He don't really do nothing though. He don't help. He really don't help at all. At this point. He don't come in clutch later though. We don't care though. So, anyways, some more shit happened. And the daughter, she ends up tricking the guard. And now she is free. And then she sets Lobo free. So things is looking up. They're looking up. Lobo, he go off to go find his stuff. And the old girl, she go up to whatever the top deck of the ship is. That's where they being held. It's in like a ship. Meanwhile, all the time that this is going down, that green sun is finally starting to set. And since it's two suns here on this planet, you know what that means when that green one set and that other sun starting to come up. You know what time it is. Of course, not learning from her mistakes. Literally. I don't know what the plan was here. She tried the same tactic she did when she was down by the lake. And of course, she gets spotted again. And basically captured again. It is at this moment that Supergirl pulls up and comes through and clutches. But of course, in typical Superman, Supergirl story fashion, and especially with this James Gunn shit, kryptonite seems to be very, very, very common. So the main villain, what's one of his poisons he been working on? Kryptonite. On some Black Widow shit. Shoot her with some wrist darts. Some wrist arrows. Kryptonite wrist arrows. Man, he bust out like 7-8 of them things, bro. This, I ain't gonna lie. Shit was crazy. I was like, do we really need that many? I ain't even gonna lie. He did. He should have mag dumped. I think there was 3 bolts left on his wrist or something. Mag dump, guys. Mag dump. But yeah, with this kryptonite poisoning, I ain't gonna lie, we also get some cool visuals, with the kryptonite and the Kryptonian cells, and the kryptonite poisoning taking effect. So of course we get all that stuff. But then our boy, he comes back, he comes through, it's Lobo. He blow the ship up, everything come crashing to the ground. And now it's for the real final battle. Now, there's some more prisoners that gotta be saved on the ship, some more captives that gotta be saved on the ship. So Supergirl end up saving them. Meanwhile, the daughter, she out there getting terrorized by the main villain and her gang. I don't even remember what Lobo was doing at this point. I think he just dipped. Cause Lobo had got his target, so he just dipped and he started watching from like the ridge line or some shit. He was good. He said I've done what I needed to. I'm finna get my bread. He said it's time to kick back, relax, grab my snacks, and watch the show. Yeah, after Supergirl ended up saving everybody, she got that battery fully charged at this point. Her laser beam, her eye beams, they cranked up to 11, bro. They dialed all the way up. Maximum efficiency, which is nice to see. It's nice to see the eye lasers doing some real damage. Like I don't even know how to explain it, bro. It was just awesome to see. That's all that's important. Rule of cool. It was awesome. At this point, this dude, he don't even got nothing left though, for real. He gets dismantled, beaten down. His friends, his crew, dismantled, beaten down. And now it's just him left in the dirt. And the daughter, she was about to do it. She had the blade to his throat. But of course, Supergirl convinced her not to do it. And as the daughter's walking away, and she's walked away, Supergirl take the blade and she stabbed that motherfucker. Which is, it's so satisfying to see. It really is so satisfying to see. Like I've watched some movies recently with some bad endings. That was a satisfying ending right there. That left me. I felt good after that ending right there. One thing I did forget to mention about the movie is I do like the new backstory that they've given, or the expansion of the backstory they've given to Krypton and Supergirl's half of the story. She wasn't Superman. He was actually born on Krypton, but as it was exploding, not all the Kryptonians died. A chunk of Krypton was sent up into space and had a force field around it. So it was essentially, they turned part of Krypton into a floating spaceship, or floating space station rather. But of course, this isn't the end of things. The soil is poisoned with kryptonite. So now Supergirl, after growing up on this chunk of Krypton, I forgot what it was called. It was called it was something with an AR or something. Yeah, y'all can correct me later, but yeah. I ain't gonna lie though, that was a nice touch. But yes, I'm not really sure if they said her age, but at this point, she definitely has lived a life here and does not want to go. But she must be sent away to Earth with Superman. I just wanted to include that because I had forgot to mention it. It was a small little detail that made the story just a little bit better. All in all, very solid movie. I'm gonna give it solid 8.5, 9 out of 10. Yeah, yeah, very, very good movie to me. I will be happy to hear your opinions, your thoughts, what y'all think if y'all have seen it, of course. And when y'all, even when y'all do see it, you know what, come back. You feel me? But yeah, I'm gonna see y'all in whatever video is next. Probably, I think I got Forza Horizon 6 review next, or nah. I got my the Mando and Grogu review. That is late as hell, I know, but that's what y'all getting next. But I need y'all to please do like and subscribe for me, and I will catch y'all in that next video. So she tries to leave her home. Oh, yeah, yeah, boy. Well, yeah, man. Yeah, man.